Imagine that this divine energy is being showered in the universe. Everywhere there is eternal bliss, divine emotions, divine enlightenment, divine radiance. Every place is covered with divine brilliance. You must experience the divine bliss, the divine peace, divine light, divine energy everywhere. O Lord, the world is full of your bliss. Everyone will be blessed with your energy and brilliance. You must concentrate on Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Feel your emotions. Fulfill your pledge. By experiencing the force, I'm experiencing the divine energy. I'm experiencing the divine bliss. Imagine all this. When you rest, concentrate on your breathing and your mind while resting. This Anulom Vilom Pranayam will rid you of all Vata, Pitta and Kapha diseases. If you are suffering from arthritis, whether it is rheumatic arthritis or osteoarthritis, or if you have lost cartilage tissue, if your ligaments have become loose, if the synovial fluid, which is the fluid between your joints, has reduced, then practice this pranayam. By doing this, the synovial fluid will automatically become regulated. The fluid, which was not being produced, will become regulated again. The lost cartilage will rejuvenate all over again, and the joints which were deformed due to ligaments will become normal again. The fingers of your hands that have become disfigured will return to their normal shape. So if you have arthritis, you must do this pranayam. You must also do Kapalbhati and Bhastrika, but this pranayam will be specifically useful. If you have a problem of varicose veins, this will go away too. If there is any blockage in the heart, then by doing Anulom Vilom Pranayam, you can cure not only 70 to 80% blockages, but also 100% blockages. So to remove blockages in the heart, to reduce cholesterol, to reduce triglycerides, to reduce sulfins, there can be so many types of toxins in the body, so many types of oxidants. To regulate them, this pranayam is extremely important. Doing this regularly will lead you to the cure of your heart ailments, will reduce cholesterol levels, will reduce triglycerides. These triglycerides and cholesterol levels will become normal on their own. High blood pressure will become normal again. The permanent solution for high blood pressure is Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Let's start this pranayam again. Inhale from left, exhale from right. Now inhale from right, exhale from left. Let this continue with simplicity and with peace. From the opposing nostrils, from the anti-nostrils, you have to do this Anulom Vilom Pranayam. And you'll be rid of all physical ailments. The nervous system will be rejuvenated and healthy. You will be free of Parkinson's disease by the help of this Anulom Vilom Pranayam. You will always be free of anxiety. You will get over depression. There is only one solution for depression, this pranayam. Anulom Vilom Pranayam. You will never have a migraine attack ever. The blockages in the nerves of your brains will vanish. That's why you can cure paralysis with this. Anxiety is controlled. All the problems related to the brain, all the problems related to the heart, the problems of asthma, sinus, sinusitis, problems of allergies, sneezing, the problem of snoring, you will be rid of all these problems by the practice of this pranayam. You must rest in between, and during rest, concentrate on your breathing. In every breath, think of Omkar. You must do Anulom Vilom Pranayam. So even to improve your concentration, this pranayam will be very useful. Think of Om, Om with every breath you take. To awaken the Kundalini force, this Anulom Vilom Pranayam is extremely important. By doing this Anulom Vilom Pranayam, all the force in the Mooladhara Chakra gets transformed to a higher level. This transformation of the force in the Mooladhara Chakra to another level is the awakening of the Kundalini. In yoga terminology, this is called Urdhva Veda. In the Vedas, the Lord Himself says that by performing Urdhva Veda, you can conquer death. Let us control our breathing and learn how to conquer death. The great sage and a holy man, Rishi Patanjali, says that during Anulom Vilom Pranayam, you reach a stage of no thought. And once you attain that stage of no thought, you can experience the divine love, the divine bliss, the divine knowledge of God. This is being with the force. For this awakening and enlightenment, it's necessary to perform this pranayam for at least 10 minutes every day. The great Patanjali continues to say that when you reach this no-thought stage and you experience the holy blessings, where does it lead you? Hritamam Tat Prajya. You get Hritamam Tat Prajya. Only the truth of life exists. All the lies of the world, all the darkness of the life vanishes. Everything is purified. All the faults, all the problems of your life, all pressures on your mind, everything just vanishes. And we attain our true embodiment and our own supreme being. Let's do this pranayam once again, and then we'll take some rest. Rest. And now in an easy manner, with introspection, we'll concentrate our mind. The mind becomes focused simply because of doing pranayam. In this Aja Chakra, we'll focus our mind to do Brahmi Pranayam now. Call on the Brahm. Think of the supreme controlling force, Omkar. Think of the pure, the truth, the Lord, Omkar. Keep your mind focused on the Aja Chakra. We'll pronounce them later. The mouth will remain closed. Breathe through the nostrils, and the sound of exhaling should also come through the nostrils. We'll close our ears with our thumbs. The part of the ear that is raised upwards, we will close our ears by folding that part onto it. Once closed, the index fingers will rest on our forehead. The rest of the 3 fingers should be together. Put the first finger in the foundation of the nostrils and the eyes. Put the middle finger like this. The 3 fingers are together. The first finger is at the foundation of the eyes and nose. Press it slightly here. And if we focus our mind in this Aja Chakra, then you will be able to experience the splendor of the light, the divine radiance. Become one with that divine world, Omkar, full of bliss, full of light, enlightened, full of peace, the peace of God, the love of God, the knowledge of God. I am blessed with all this. Experience all this. Be one with the Supreme Lord. Omkar is the name of that Supreme One. In the Himalayan ranges, there is the Mount Kailash. The Lord Himself wrote Om, and all the great sages attained great holiness by the virtue of this Omkar. With the help of this Omkar, they attained absolution. Let us also resound Omkar. Let us perform Bhramari Pranayam. Touch the ears with the thumbs and take a deep breath. This is Bhramari Pranayam. This is to get over tensions. Everywhere people are tense, concerned, afraid, suspicious, not trusting. There are three main reasons for tensions. A person is tense because of his body and its diseases. A person can be tense for himself or for his relatives. A person can also be tense because of his business. If you have any type of tension, you can resound Omkar, and with the resonance of the word like this, if you do Bhramari Pranayam, you will be free of tension. You will also be free of hypertension. If you want a permanent solution of high blood pressure, then you must perform Bhramari Pranayam. And if you want to avoid heart diseases, then also you must do this pranayam. For high blood pressure, for heart problems, for the blockages in the heart, this Bhramari Pranayam is extremely useful. All kinds of tensions can be sorted out by this Bhramari Pranayam. Early in the morning as you wake up, or even while lying down, you can do this. This is extremely important for all the people. You will be relieved of all the tensions. You will be relieved of heart ailments. All the negative energy inside you will end because of this. The divine resonance in the sounds of Omkar will purify your mind, body and soul. You will experience a divine transformation of your body, mind, thought, emotion, conscience. You can tap all the positive energy by simply practicing the positive energy. This positive energy is divine bliss. Bhramari Pranayam can empower the person with a lot of force. So, if you want to be blessed with the experience of the divine force, you must practice Bhramari Pranayam. By performing this, you will experience divine bliss. Today we are sitting and performing Bhramari Pranayam here on the banks of the river Ganga. In the same manner, the great sage Dayanandji Maharaj used to recite Omkar for 18 hours a day, used to recite this divine mantra daily. Gautam, Kapil, Kannar, Jayaminya, Vishwamitra and other great sages also used to offer their prayers to the Supreme One by resounding the word Omkar. Lord Shiv, Lord Ram and Lord Krishna also recited Omkar to absorb the supreme force into themselves, and then were known as the avatars of the God. If we too want riddance from all physical and mental illnesses, we must do this pranayam every day. This Bhramari Pranayam is extremely useful for migraine pain and for paralysis. If you are low on self-confidence or have problems in concentrating in any subject, you must do Bhramari Pranayam. Now we'll do Udgit Pranayam, the excitement of Omkar. The mind should concentrate on this Aija Chakra. By doing Bhramari Pranayam, the experience of divine splendor, of enlightenment, of radiance, of otherworldly feelings, we must remain concentrated on the chakra, and the mind should be focused on the merging of Ira and Pingla, and on the trinity of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. Keeping this Aija Chakra in mind, we must recite Omkar. We will call on the Almighty by the virtue of Udgit. We are all the children of the Supreme One, the Brahma. Let us experience that part of the great Brahma, ourselves, and the realization of being the children of the greatest Father. And let us fill our hearts with the bliss of this pride, and let us be one with Omkar. Along with emotions, there is a sense of devotion, a dedication, a struggle, a submission. an emotion of separation. O Lord, countless lives have been lost in the fires of earthly experiences. And Lord, now let me burn in the fires of yoga. O Lord, let me be with you. Let me not suffer anymore. Lord, absolve me. Let me experience divine bliss. Let me now be in your eternal loving lap, experiencing the eternal love of the Supreme Brahma and believing that you are sitting in the blissful lap of the Lord and you have the radiance of Brahma all around you. Come and let us be one with the Brahma and experience his force and authority everywhere, inside, right, left, down, up. Recite Omkar. Take in deep breaths and discover new health, free from all physical and mental illnesses. Join your conscience with the superconscious, your soul with the Supreme One. Discover yourself and the great Brahma inside you. Self-introspection and realization of Brahma is one and the same. The road is the Omkar. We'll take deep breaths and recite Omkar thrice while inhaling and once while exhaling. Omkar is pronounced with a lot of emotion. When there was nothing in this universe, not even Shunya, the only thing that was there was Omkar. When the final day of reckoning comes and everything is destroyed, even then the only thing that remains undestroyed is Omkar. That's why the whole universe is dependent on Omkar. This body is also dependent on Omkar. If you look at your body, you will notice that your eyebrows are shaped like Omkar. The passage for your breathing is like Omkar. The lips are shaped like an Omkar. The chin is shaped, even in a child, like Omkar. The ears are shaped like Omkar. Our chest is shaped like Omkar. Our ribs are shaped like Omkar. The throat is shaped like Omkar. Look at your body. From the top or from the bottom, this body and this universe is completely dependent on Omkar. So feel surrounded by and submerged in the powers of Omkar. Wherever I am with the Lord, with Omkar, to my left and right, up and below, everywhere. Left, right, up, down, inside out, there is only Omkar. There is only one Brahma, only one Supreme One. Be under the influence of the Brahma and recite the Omkar, fully submerged in it. Keep reciting till you get tired, till you become one with Omkar. That is the true meaning of praying. By praying to God, you instill the memory of God. In prayers, you end arrogance. It is the submission of arrogance. And by praying, you become one with Brahma, with God, with the Supreme One. Just like all the rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, when they reach the ocean, lose their name and their identity by becoming one with the ocean. Come, let us also flow towards that Brahma. We have traveled a lot in this world. We have struggled a lot in this world of earthly desires. All that we got was diseases, restlessness, and grief. Come, let's flow in the fires of yoga and towards Brahma. When we were in the flow of the world, all that we got was restlessness. Come, let's flow like these rivers towards the great ocean. Let our soul flow towards the Supreme Soul, and we should derive divine pleasure from that divine soul, that Supreme Soul, the Brahma pleasure. There should be a great submissiveness from all quarters. Whatever I am, it is by the grace of the Almighty. Whatever I have, health, wealth, mind, beauty, youth, this life, everything belongs to the Brahma. In this way, by becoming one with the Supreme One, we'll recite Omkar. Be conscious of your breathing. This slow, ongoing breathing, experience this flow from outside towards inside. And the breaths that are flowing out from within, experience them minutely. Along with breathing, pray to the Pranav too. Pray to this mystical syllable. Let your breathing be one with your mind. When we concentrate on Pranav, we will be in the state of meditation. This is the secret of yoga. Our mind concentrates during pranayam. We are free from the slavery of our mind. We conquer mind. The same Omkar lifts us from the mental thoughts and establishes us in the realms of the spiritual thoughts. Our soul merges with the Brahma. You define the simple yoga. You experience the simple yoga. Pranayam controls the senses and defines them in the mind. When these senses lose their control and become one with your mind, you are at another level. We can experience this simple state where the senses are one with the mind. When this mind and breathing are controlled together, this state is called dharana. And when the breathing and the soul are controlled together, this state is called dhyan. And when this soul merges with the Supreme Soul, then it is called samadhi. The senses and rhythm with the mind lead to pratyahar. The mind and the breathing in rhythm is dharana. Breathing and the soul in a rhythm lead to dhyan, and the soul merging with the Supreme Soul is samadhi. This is the journey that we all make during pranayam. Thus, you can rid yourself of all the physical illnesses, cure yourself of mental disorders by this pranayam. At the same time, we get this spiritual knowledge and we travel towards samadhi during pranayam. The darkness of lies and ignorance suddenly vanish by this pranayam. The great sage Maharishi Patanjali says that when we lose these dark clouds from within, we become one with the Great One, with the infinite, with the eternal soul, with the super consciousness. The soul becomes one with the Brahma. Come, let's join that Brahma every day with a resolute will to reach that supreme consciousness, to merge with Him. For this, we have to practice pranayam every day like this and focus on pranav. Even while sleeping, we should be conscious of our breathing and pranav. Whenever you are sitting alone in a quiet place, you should practice breathing and focus on pranav, you will be satisfied and you will lead a life full of peace. What are the resources for the treatment of thyroid problem in yoga? Something that can give you a permanent solution to your thyroid problems. Because in today's modern world, the medicines prescribed for thyroid like altoxin do not cure the patient even if taken for the rest of his life. These medicines control the problem of thyroid, but the kind of side effects that these medicines have, patients often get disappointed, they get frustrated, and thyroid problems lead to so many problems in the body that the patient gets really upset. We'll now tell you those exercises which if you practice, you can rid yourself of all the problems of thyroid. So, let's talk about thyroid. You are suffering from the problems of thyroid. First of all, control your diet. Stop eating all sour-tasting food. Do not have fried food. And now you must do Ujjayi Pranayam. For Ujjayi Pranayam, you must sit straight. We'll take a deep breath by squeezing the throat. The throat would be squeezed just like when you tighten your fist. You concentrate entirely on your fist. Similarly, when you do this Ujjayi Pranayam, your concentration should be entirely on your throat. And when you would be tightening your throat while taking in your breath, there will be a kind of sound like this. And after taking the deep breath, after some time implement the Jalanthar Bandh. Hold your breath in for some time. This is Abhyantar Pranayam. Once you have arrested this breath with your right hand, close your right nostril and slowly exhale through your left nostril. Repeat this one more time. Inhale a deep breath. Constrict your throat. There will be a sound. A smaller sound can be tried beforehand, like this. And when this sound gains continuity, then it is Ujjayi Pranayam, like this. When the whole breath is in your lungs, hold it there by implementing the Jalanthar Bandh. Using your force to stop the breath, you then release the breath through the left nostril by closing the right nostril with your right hand. This is the way to do Ujjayi Pranayam. On day 1, you should do it thrice. Initially when you try it, you will feel some irritation in the throat. Then gradually, as you will become accustomed to this, you will be able to do this without any hindrance. This Ujjayi Pranayam should be started with thrice a day and go up to 11 times a day, especially for those who suffer problems of thyroid. This pranayam will not only cure the problems of thyroid, but also rid you of the problem of snoring. There are a lot of people who sleep very soundly, but do not let many other people around them sleep peacefully. Even they can benefit a lot by this type of Ujjayi Pranayam. By doing this, you can eliminate the problem of snoring completely. Even other problems of the throat